literally just thinking because I'm going live, which is good. So we'll spare me a second. Let's sort the suit. So I'm going to send you the link before I send it to anyone else. Just bear with me, please. That's you. Tell me when I can join through my voice. I don't know if it's for that right. I said the code, yes. Have you found it? So what I want to know is, I'm going to go onto my stream now. I think I'm not quite sure how live I am. Oops. Yep. Still spectating. So do me a favor. Tell me when you get on your stream. Are you now watching my stream? Are you watching my stream? Excellent. What is your time on that stream? How far are you into it? Because I'm going to check mine as well, so I know how far the fallback is. Because it'll be the same. That's why I'm asking. You're about 6 seconds behind me, so that's not a problem. We can do this comms with 6 seconds delay. If you see a battle brewing up, tell me, and I will focus on it. Like for me, you know me, I'm quite decent with my comms, so that's where I'm at. It's good to have a second eye, and we can do interviews with Max and Mills, who are going to join in the comms box VC after quality. So that's what I'm about to check.
I cannot hear myself. Honestly, I don't know.
One sec. When you get on your stream, are you now watching my stream? Are you watching my stream? I can hear you, but it's weak. It's weak. What is your time on that stream? I can hear you, but it's weak. So let's get that sorted. We're gonna need to go to settings, stream settings. Hi guys, this is Pete W here, ready for the next round of Late Breakers Club. We're just getting our settings sorted before we go live, so just bear with myself and Smartica, who's joining me in the concert box today. Really glad to have you on board, Smartica. Thank you so much for joining, mate.
Hello everyone, I don't know if anyone can hear me, but hello, welcome. Thank you that I can join you, mate.
I'm so glad to have you on board, mate.
I just don't have any speech for that. I'm just really happy to be here, and we will see what will be today's race.
I think it's going to be a good race. I think there's several really good contenders here, which I'm really looking forward to. We've got Mills coming straight out onto track. Now, I think Mills, the progress I think the great thing about this game is that, well, every game we've seen someone stand out and be able to, really prove their worth. And Mills, this game seems like a title contender to me, where he wasn't maybe. Just bear with me. I'm just checking my sound level, guys, so just bear with me.
Okay, go ahead.
One sec. Just bear with me. I'm just checking my sound level, guys, so just bear with me. You are very dark, Smartcom, but that's not a problem. We can still, I think we can still continue this in the sense of levels. Have you you're on your phone, right? You're on your phone. So, what I would say is go check your voice settings for the Discord chat. Thank you. Now we're on board with Mills. He's about to start his fast lap, so. Now Mills, I find he's invalidated through turn 2. And we've got a new driver in the league this week. We've got Mason, 92 in the Williams.
Okay, I think I will need a few minutes and I will fix it with my another.
Take your time, mate. Take your time. We've got 15 minutes of qualifying left. Don't apologise. Having a second voice on this. Stop apologising. It is not a problem because you've got 17 minutes to get this sorted. Take your time. Take your time, mate. So Steve has gone pole with a 117 flat. Edin in the Red Bull. Welcome back to the league, Edin. So glad to have you back, mate. 117.1 and JP at 117.4. So kind of close between the top three right now as we speak. But I do anticipate those hands coming down. I think we're going to be seeing low 115s top or low 115s or high 114s. Who I'm expecting to see will be, we'll see. But I do want to sit on board with more. Max is invalidated. Big D is 16.7. Mason coming on the last corner now. What can the Williams driver produce? 119.4. Got Derek in sector 2. Let's sit on board with Derek in the Scuderia. That's very wide, and that's going to be taking some rubbles on the tyres there, but he does not invalidate. He got off the throttle and did what he needed to do to keep it on board. Let's copy the link. And Derek goes Poles 116.6. A very good lap there from Scuderia driver. How about Boaks? Now, Boaks has shown amazing pace around this track in time trial. Can he replicate that into quali pole? We'll see. Welcome back, Spartacar.
Okay, hello guys.
Hey.
I hope sound is way better.
Can you hear it now? Bear with me. Not too much better, but it is slightly better. Slightly better. But it helps, you know. When people come into Com's box, they can hear you. So, we'll be all right. Now, Boaks has gone third with 116.8. Now, I'm imagining pole rounded to be in the low 115s. So, it's going to be a big gap, I believe, between the front runners. I do want to look at CJ Drama. That's Matt Mills in the Discord. Let's see what the Mercedes driver can produce here. Can he get a podium for Mercedes? We will find out. Obviously, this is a learning curve for all of us. I think it's really great to have that in this league, is that we can all learn, not just in terms of racing, but also commentating. You know, I'm glad to have you on board with me, Smartico, because, you know, I can hear you absolutely fine. You're a great guy in this league. You can't race because you're setting up your new apartment, which is amazing. So happy for you. But, you know, you can help me to bring an amazing quality and race to the guys. And that's what we deserve. This is a great league. And, you know, we will get that. Now, one thing I'm kind of seeing right now is that the two guys I kind of expect to be 1-2, Mills and Max. I've raced them in several practice sessions this week. And they've got some serious pace. I think they're pushing a bit too hard. You know, it's not about, you know, necessarily destroying yourself to get that pole, because Imola is very heavy on the DRS. It's about, you know, getting onto that front row. And if Mills and Max can do that, which they've got the potential to do that, their times are going to be at least a second above what Derek has done, in my eyes. So
Yes,
it's
it's
going
a
to,
very, very tricky track.
it is. It's so easy to
The
make a
DRS
mistake.
it's so easy to make a mistake, and the DRS is so powerful. There, on this track, there is only one room for the overtake, and that is on the straight line.
I would have to disagree with you because when I'm seeing Max coming through into turn 6, that for me is a decent overtaking opportunity. Because the thing is, it depends on the wings you're running. Like, I was racing earlier with Mason. He's currently sitting 10th on a 119.4. I did a 116.2, but he was destroying me in the straights. But he compromised for that in the turns. And I think that's the key, is that you need a car that can handle the track, and especially it's so easy to get track limits around here. It really is so easy. I feel like you need to manage that, especially say you got like 12 seconds of penalties and then there's a late safety car. You go from being first to being last. It really is that simple for me. I'm just like, you need that overall round car, but the straight is heavy. And look at that, Max is nearly 1 second of his teammate. Nearly a second. And Mills has come across the lap now. Mills has gone bad, 119.0, but he's going to be going again. He's got 60% battery and he's going. He's overtake. He's got overtake on full blast. I'm going to want to sit on board with Mills and see how he does through this lap. Because I think he's going to have some serious potential in this lap. He will definitely improve. He's not going to go pole because he doesn't have a full battery, but let's see how he sits. He's done 123.8 through sector 1, which apparently is a proper sector. We'll see how that continues. Which says to me that his car's more set up for speed, and knowing his setup, I believe it is. I think he's dominating sectors 1 and 3. But like we saw today at Spa-Francorchamps, the McLaren dominated sector 2, Red Bull dominated sector 1 and 3. So it's about finding that balance. It really is about finding that balance. What do you think?
Yes, but he is slowly but surely getting rid of the ERS, and
Yes.
that will be a massive problem in sector 3.
Absolutely, because it's full out. It's absolutely full out. And he's got to now he has to put a time on board. He hasn't yet. He's invalidated 2 laps. He needs to, and he's invalidated again. Mills really struggling, and he's not pitted. So he's got 7 minutes of, like, he did a 1:15.6 there. That was pole. If he didn't invalidate that last corner, but he is making too many mistakes. He's making too many mistakes, and that's going to cost him big. You know, the difference between starting second and starting 12th is huge here. Now, Mills has got the pace. It was, but it was a mistake. You know, you make that mistake, you're paying for it, mate. That's the way it is. Now, Edding 3 tenths up on his sector time. Big D 6 tenths up in sector 1 alone. That's going to put him second. I'm staying on board with Big D here. Let's watch the view from the Red Bull driver.
Everyone is pushing the ERS like top notch.
Normally at this point I'm about 39% because I want to utilise it through sector 3. Sector. Oh! Now Big D has gone purple again in sector 2, but he's got nothing in the tank. He's got nothing in the tank. He needs that for the last blip, and that line into the penultimate turn was not clean. Let's see. Where is he going to give him? It will, I think. It's 1 second, 116 flat. And Mills, yep, he's going to be pitting now. He has to be pitting, yeah. We've got Decay on the lap.
I mean, he would be probably on pole.
I'm not so sure, but here's the thing: Max saves his best lap for last. He does, and Max earlier today did a 1:14.9. He's not pushing. He is not pushing right now. So, but Slayer is coming across the line. He's 3 tenths up in sector 2, and 8 tenths up in sector 3. A 1:16.3. Good lap from Slayer to take P5. Has out qualified Edit now. We're just tuning with JP. He's gone on to the gravel. He is on a fast lap, but I imagine he's going to now harvest to go for another one. We've got Fletch on an outlap. Now, Fletch is currently sitting in 10th of a 118.4. Second behind JP in 9th. Let's see what can he do. He's got an outlap. Got Edin, Thayer, Big D who is on an in lap. And Max is just starting his final lap. Let's sit on board with Max. See how he takes turns 1 and 2. He knows he's got more in the tank for this. He'll be disappointed with his time. I know Max, he will be disappointed with his time. So, coming through. And he's invalidated again. Pushing too hard. He's pushing too hard.
All the drivers are pushing like so much.
They are, and I think they're making unnecessary mistakes. You know, Max has got on a comfortable lap half a second in the tank on what he's done. You know, this is the worst time I've seen from him all season, all week, sorry. And this is just saying to me, well, can Max launch a serious title bid? I mean, right now he's 1 point behind Mills. Mills has yet to set up, having done 3 invalidations. You know, it seems like our championship contenders are bottling it, and that's going to allow the rest of the pack to catch up. And this is a good track for both of them, but if they're not starting in good positions or they're making too many errors, well, you know, errors cost championships at the end of the day. Lewis Hamilton in 2007 with China, you know, there are so many examples of people bottling it when they shouldn't have or didn't need to, and then it cost them the championship. And I know Max is gunning for this championship. He wants to be it. He wants to be you. He wants to be a reigning champ, mate. So, but one thing I found with you was that there were tracks you were blistering at, there were tracks you were solid at, but you didn't make mistakes. You really did not. And that is the key to winning the championship, correct?
Yes, is that very correct? I can only agree. It was a very hectic championship for me.
Yeah, I know.
It was just full of tryharding, you know, racing on Friday, Saturday, and it was so exhausting for me. So few weeks without racing is quite good for me. I mean, I'm really sad that I cannot really race, and I'm still not very good with this handling with the 25 because I just can't make the car turn. So under speedy for me, and yeah, I'm just really slow. So I think I can be only honest. Season 1 will be for me only a practice season.
Well, here's the thing is that I was the same. When I downloaded 25, I was like, oh my god, these cars are totally different. I can't get a hold of them. Now I'm racing at a higher AI than I've ever raced at. Ever. I'm racing at 99 AI and competing for a championship in season 2 of my career. So it's like, I am improving, I'm getting better, and I'll be honest with you, tomorrow I'm going for the win. I don't care who's racing. If Elmo, if Kurt, if Max, if Mills are racing, I'm going for the win tomorrow because I'm that confident in Imola. Not just because of it being Imola. I've hated Imola in previous versions, but the track just feels wider now. On 25, it feels wider, and I like that. I really like that. Oh, Mills has gone second with a 1:15.6. Max has improved with a 1:15.2. Awesome. Well done. So those are kind of towards the times I would be expecting from these drivers, but I know they've got more in the tank. However, with 1 minute 30 left of quali, I don't think there's going to be much more to it, if I'm completely honest. Max is not going to get in and out. He's going to be pitting now, as is Mills. So the only drivers who I think I've got the potential to beat Boakes, I want to watch Boakes. Boakes has got some serious pace when he doesn't make mistakes, but his problem being that he does make mistakes and needs to work around that. So let's see what he can do now. CJ Drama has just improved to a 1:16.5, taking 8th from Boakes. Boakes is a 10th down, and he's gravelled it. He has gravelled it. So let's sit on board with Mason. Mason has just started at 8th flying that, but he's only got half a battery. So let's see what Mason can produce here. Now, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, please do give a thumbs up and a like. Do appreciate it. We're shortly going to be going to racing, but
Yes, don't forget to support Pete on the YouTube.
well, I say, do you know what you say that? When I joined the league, I had about 80 followers. Now I've got 120. So I'm very happy with that.
You are increasing.
I am, and it's because of late breakers. Like I literally had a week where on a personal stream, not even just comms, I got 100 views. I was stunned by that. It was a Bahrain career, and I got 100 views. I was absolutely stunned by that. But so happy people are watching me, following me, because as my racing progresses, people can pick up, I don't want to say that I'm not the come to come, nobody, but I can battle, I can race hard, I can defend well, and you know what? How we improve by watching others. That's how I see it. So we'll see. But Mason has crossed the line. He improved to a 1:18.251. Mason is new to the league, and we tried him earlier today. Proactively looking to get new members into the league, which I can't wait for. Got JP on low now. He's in sector 3. He's 2 tenths up on his time. He needs to find about 8 tenths, and it looks like there was a Red Bull behind him who was struggling. Who was that? That's got to be Big D, who's already crossed the line. Now, JP has improved. There's only one Red Bull on track, and that is Big D. Sorry, Edin. Could have been Edin. It probably was Edin. Edin got invalidated. Now, for me, both drivers on a flying lap. But it's a racing incident. That is a racing incident in my eyes, because Edin behind JP needs to give. If I'm on a hot lap, I try to give 3 seconds ahead, because I look at the gap. If I max the rat on a 1:15.5 and last is a 1:18.2, 3 seconds covers me. I might even get a bit of slipstream, even though slipstream isn't here today. But do you know what I mean? That's on the driver that's behind. Obviously, Edin was faster than JP. JP does not have to yield. He doesn't. He was on the lap and he was trying to improve, and he did improve. So that's not on JP to yield because there's a faster driver on a flying lap. Absolutely no. No, that's on. Oh! Oh, wow! Are you seeing what I see? So, Decay has got a 5 place grid penalty for a collision with Edin. So, how it's going to stand is going to be Max in first, Mills in second, Big D in third, Edin in fourth, Steve in fifth, Slayer Hart in sixth, CJ Drama in eighth, I believe Decay in ninth. No, Boaks in eighth. Decay in ninth. JP in 10th. That's major. That's major.
That's amazing qualifying.
And that's a good lap. It's a good lap. It's a good lap. But what I will say is I'm gonna drop a message. Go on.
We didn't see Max's full potential, I think.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
There was a plenty room to even increase, to make quicker the lap.
Hmm. I agree. I agree. I've seen him do much better. So I've seen him do much better.
To get him on P1, so
Exactly. I'm hoping both of them will join us in voice chat so we can have a good chit chat and see how things are going. Let's see if I can sort out my settings. Sorry about that. I am back. And Mills has joined us. Hey Mills, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Just looking. And Max has joined us as well. So guys, me and Smart are in here as we're doing comms. And I'm just now getting up the timings for the session. Now, you guys are starting 1-2 and you're championship rivals. How? Okay, so I guess my better question is, what are your plans? How are you going to manage your races? Like, I mean, what I saw in quali was that a lot of invalidated laps. You got, this race could be safety car at any point. We've got 12 drivers in the lobby. Safety car at any point. You got to manage those. So, what's going to happen. We've got a mixture of strategies, which I'm not going to share. But what I'm seeing is that you guys are a good half a second lap faster than the rest. But you got to manage it. So, what are the plans?
Let's get a good start. That first corner is the most important, I think.
Max?
I believe drive the car, wait until safety car, put some hards on. There we go.
Okay, cool. So, is it a one-stop strategy for both of you guys?
I'll do 2 stops.
We'll see how it plans out, but yeah.
Smart car? Smart car?
So anyone is ready for 1 stop, right?
Say that again.
I'm not doing a 1 stop. If anyone is ready for the 1 stop, if the safety car came in.
When it comes in, I suppose.
When it comes in, say early, I'll still be doing a 2 stop, then hard will not last to the end. Say in lap 5 or something.
Yeah, definitely a 2 stop.
But say 11 lap 12, what are you guys thinking? Like, have you planned your race, or are you just going to go by how it feels?
How it feels, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bills?
how it feels, and obviously plan out. If a safety car comes at the time, then it'll be a quick decision, I think.
Cool. And Mills, you're 1 point behind Max in the championship.
Yes.
Is that going to change today, in the sense of you being ahead of him?
Let's hope so, but I just got to finish the race first.
Max, do you think Mills has got what it takes to be a championship leader after this race?
I don't know. He's a good guy.
But
we will see when we cross the line.
We will see. Guys, thank you for joining us. I'm going to pick up with either or both of you. I want to interview the podium finishers after the race. Something I'm looking to introduce to the league. It's a great league. We've got some amazing drivers. We've got a reigning champ in our comms box today, so thank you for joining me, Smartcar. And we've got 2 potential champions in here with us right now. So guys, best of luck. Get your game face on. And remember, like Ayrton Senna said, especially at this track, if there is a gap and you don't go for it, you're no longer a racing driver. Best of luck, guys.
Yes, best of luck, guys. And watch out in turn 1.
Yes, thank you.
Take care, guys. Bye.
Grazie.
Grazie, prego. So we are about 1 minute away from going away. Smart to come. Now, what do you think? Mills, you've rejoined the comms box chat, by the way.
No, he is not aware.
Making sure he knows. There he goes. Excellent. He's gone back into the race 3C. So, we're 1 minute away. What's your prediction? Mine is Mills. I've done practice sessions with both of them, and I think Mills is more solid. He's not going to get as many penalties.
It's a tough question. And,
Yep, but it's every question the commentator wants to ask.
Yes, that's correct. But I wasn't here for 2 weeks.
Nope.
I cannot really. I didn't even see the race results last week.
So, last week we were at Texas, where Mills came second and Max came fourth due to Max's penalties.
Oh, and who won the race?
Red Bull, who unfortunately is not participating today, but
Okay.
Max, most importantly, well, actually, Max finished behind Mills on track. So Mills was 3.5 seconds behind Red Bull, and we're here. We're going. Let's focus on this now. And we are going here at the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, and Mills gets a fantastic getaway. Mills has got a great getaway. He's ahead of Max. Big D on the outside. He's going to do a Max Verstappen on Max. Yes, he is. Max is down to third. Wow. Go on. That was an amazing move by Big D. In the Red Bull, up to second, ahead of Max. Max running wide there, that's got to be some sort of track limits. He's got Eddie right on his back. We've got one driver starting on soft, Sheffield United. That's Lotus Steve. Mason up 2 places. Boaks has plummeted. Boaks, let's have a look at position changes. Boaks.
Back to your question, I forgot to answer.
It's fine.
Who will be, from my opinion, on P1?
Yeah.
From previous experience, we
Gone.
cannot really know how is Milster driving
Mm-hmm.
because I wasn't here for a few weeks. But I would say Max because I know what is he capable of, and I race with him almost
Every week. Yeah, I get that. You guys were battling so hard last season on Fridays, but this game has such a different dynamic, and it's amazing to see how people are progressing because of that dynamic, myself included. I hated this game when it came out, but here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing Max down to third, Matt Mills, CJ Drama up 3 places from 7th to 4th and still within DRS range of Max. Slayer up a place. Steve and Edin have dropped 1 and 3 places respectively. JP up 2. Now JP wasn't actually sure he was going to race today. He hated this circuit, hates this circuit, and even up to yesterday could not find a decent setup. So it's great to see JP here. And it's great to see him in the points as well. I love JP and he's a great guy and I want to see him pointing. So yeah. Go on.
Indeed, and last week he got a podium for P3. So,
He did, didn't he?
I'm very happy for him. When I cannot race, at least he's grabbing the points.
For me, you know, JP has made this league what it is. I mean, you know, we could say, you know, this league is great because the members in it, but you know, it takes that guy that's running it. And come hell or high water, you know, humanity does this thing. It's amazing. And for how long he's done it for, I'm just like, you know what? He's such a great guy. And so happy for him. And, you know, obviously he's about to become a first-time dad, which is amazing. But I'm just so glad to see him racing and enjoying it. That's what is key. You know, we give so much of our lives to racing leagues. Let's enjoy it. Big D, good question, but he did drop 2 places, didn't he? 3 places. Has he got wing damage? Let's have a look.
And he's currently, yes,
he's got an in-plate damage now. The question will be, can he manage it? One thing I found in my trial earlier today with Mason, he managed that same front end plate with, like, he didn't change the wing. He could manage it. And it seems like Big D's not doing too badly. He's still pulling away from Steve. Does Steve have damage? Is the question. I'm having a look at his wing. Steve has no damage, but he still losing. Edin has lost 2 places. Edin's down. Edin has dropped. He's come out of that. I think it's called Rascas. I'm not 100% sure. I'm trying to learn to improve, but I think he's come out of Rascas and he's dropped it. And it's such an easy corner to do it on because you hit the throttle a bit too hard and then bam. Now Edin has no front wing damage. I doubt he would have rear wing because if he had a collision with Big D, that's his teammate who was ahead of him. So, question is here. We got Max and Mills within DRS range runner. Now I'm on board with Max. Max 7 miles an hour faster. He's closing. He's got about half a second on him so far. But Mills holding. What about CJ Drama now? CJ Drama has picked up a 3-second time penalty, I believe. Is it 3 seconds? Yeah, for track limits. But he's sitting in 4th. Mason has got a 3-second track penalty as well. So, however, Fletcher's pitting, which means I think it's got to be a front wing change. Yes, it is going to be. So he's going to be joining Mason, if not behind him. But what I'm seeing right now is battle for 1st and 2nd, battle for 3rd and 4th, as well as a battle for 6th. Steve with JP, Derek, and Boaks all within DRS range of him. Now, the DRS here is worth, based on your setup, obviously, the more downforce you're running, the greater DRS will benefit you. Because if you're running 0-0 wings, DRS, drag reduction, wings are drag. If you're running 0-0, that's nothing. If you're running 50-50, that's a huge factor. But on 50-50 tracks, you're not going to get as many DRS ranges. So, but I am on board with Boats right now. I'm seeing him taking some. I think he's taking different lines to make sure his tires don't overheat. But you know, it seems to be working for him because he's closing the gap to Steve, JP, and Derek. Now, I want to sit on board with JP, which I'm doing so. JP has got a battle. Wow. Decay is going for it as well. This is going to be tight in second corner, turn 1.
Oh my god.
They touch. I don't blame him. Why not? He had the inside line, and that was very good.
That was very great.
That was great defending for JP, and well done to JP for taking 6 from Steve. Steve is off. Steve is off. He's down, dropped to 9th. Boaks and Decay's got him, but more importantly, if JV can nail this sector in half, he can get clear of DRS on Decay now. Decay seems to have that superior pace. He's already down to 8.8 over second. I think Decay has got that pace on JP, but it's one thing catching a driver, it's another thing passing them, as the great Roy Walker once said. So, let's see how this race unfolds. I'm enjoying this battle. Max is still within DRS and Mills just 9/10, but Mills is managing his race. That, as you know this, Marco, you've raced many times and you've won many races. It's about managing your race. It's not about, trying to pull out 25 seconds. It's about making sure you make your tyres and your car survive it. You don't need to push. If you can just manage it, that's good. But the K is alongside JP right now, and he's got past him. No problems there. The K past him. He's not using ERS, just DRS. That's how substantial DRS is here. It'll gain you about half a second on that DRS straight.
Mega powerful.
It is. Because drivers are using high wings. When I did a trial with Mason earlier, he said he was running 13 wings, which made him very very fast in the straights, but screwed him in the corners. We're all running high D here or mid D, like mid to high. Like I'm 33, 38, and that's fine for me. It makes me powerful, but it also makes me hit the corners, which you need, because if you don't, you're losing 2 seconds, which is a fact.
Yeah.
So
This track is very cornery, so you need a lot of downforce.
You do.
You will be okay. You will be slower on the straight, but
if everyone's running the same, it's like you're gonna gain more by running that same sort of downforce, because you need it. You do need it. Now Mills is pulling away from Max. He's now 1.3 ahead of Max.
yes, he's now out of DRS.
Yes, but CJ Drama is still holding on to Slayer. Now, can Slayer get his first podium of the season? I'd love to see it, because, he's not had the best start to the season. He's had a couple of bad results. I know he was expecting a good finish in the last race at Austin, but that didn't happen. But I'd love to see Slayer Hart take a podium here. He's a great guy. Races hard, races well. I'd love to see him battle to a podium here today, because we've got several good drivers in this league, himself being one of them, and I'd love to see him do that.
I think he's capable of getting the P3, but the gap to PJ is only 0.8.
0.9 now. He's close. He's dropping him, but just about retained DRS. Now, Slayer. I'm looking at telemetry. I'm looking at the fact that Slayer has got 24%, and CJ has 20 or 64%. Max pitting early. Max is going for a two-stopper. Absolutely. He has to. He's going on to mediums. So he's going to stop now. For me, if you can manage your race, it's the one stop. If Mills can manage his tyres, which now he can do, he's got 5.5 seconds to Slayer, who's defending from CJ. He can manage this race. Sorry?
Mills will need to pit.
I don't think he will do. Do you know? I took mediums to lap 14.
Yeah, but the undercut from Max will be powerful.
Yes. But Max has a penalty. No, he doesn't. But Max then needs to gain past people. Having first can literally give you, you know, you could drive your own race. He doesn't need to push, he doesn't need to go hard, but he is pitting. Exactly. Free air is worth so much more, plus it allows you to underfuel. One thing I found when I did Imola practice and I actually beat Mills over a 50%er. Oh! Big D speeding in pit lane, 10-second penalty. Now he will serve that because he's going. A lot of drivers are now pit, so he's going to serve out his next pit stop. Unless, well, he will serve at his next pit stop. But Big D is going to have to wait. It is. I think he was getting a front wing change as well. I'm going to check that as well. I'm going to check that. Oh, wow. Hello. Okay. Pit stops. So Big D did not take a new wing, but he did have to wait. However, you're right in that Mills did anticipate and deal with it because Max is now 1.8 seconds behind Mills. However, Mills has gone onto hards. So the question being, is Mills planning to stop up or is he doing medium, hard, medium? If he's doing medium, hard, medium, all he's got to do is hold Max behind. Because once Max goes onto those hards, which he has to do, he has to. You can't, you can't do medium, soft here. You can't. It's medium, hard, soft, or medium, hard. Max has got medium, hard, I believe. But he's got to close up, catch up, pass Mills, and then cut that delta for when he does pair. Because once Mills gets on those mediums, Mills is going to be hot as shit. And I know that. By securing the undercut. Yeah, he has. And he did. You're absolutely right on that, mate. But Mills is now up to just 9 seconds behind Boakes. We're going to watch how that gap unfolds because Boakes may be going for a one-stopper here. If he is, which is possible. I've done it twice and won. So the one-stop is possible here. It's not easy. You need to ensure you do not get a penalty. Absolutely, because if you do, you're fucked. Because if someone catches up to you, you're pushing harder and you'll make more mistakes. But Mills is already 1.5 seconds up on Boakes in this lap, and we're 50 seconds into it. So, what is Boakes? Who Boakes? These tires are going to be at about 40% right now. Maybe 45% right now. But here's the thing. If he can hold off, do what he needs to do and do a one-stopper, third is more than possible for him. Because right now he's sitting about 15 seconds ahead of fourth. He's 15 seconds ahead of Slayer. Now that gap is closing. Slayer has just pitted onto fresh softs, but I think both is going for a one stop, and that's going to make interesting racing because we've got different drivers. Boakes has got pace here. I've seen it. My setup is based off his time trial, and he's got that pace. He's got it. He just needs to manage it and not make mistakes, which he's not doing yet. Big D 117.6. Wow! And that's on hards. Mills set his lap on hards, and Big D set his lap on hard. Now, Big D is about 19 seconds behind Mills, so I don't see him making that impact. But say hard, that's going to be huge. For Boakes, that's going to be huge. Boakes will get to see. And Big D as well. Now, here's the thing for Boakes. He's going to get to see the top 5 because he's in first. He's going to see Slayer and CJ Drama have got penalties. And for me, as a driver, I play that into my race pace. Right? Boakes could go to lap 12, lap 13, and do a one stop. One stop costs 28 seconds around Imola. It does. And then you can be like, okay, cool, I've got this. I think he's going again, he's going for another lap. Now he's losing a lot of time to Mills. About 3 seconds. About 3 seconds a lap. About 3 seconds a lap. But he pits this lap. He doesn't give Mills DRS. He's got that potential. Now we've got a yellow flag in sector 2. That's going to be Mason or Little Fletch. It's Little Fletch. Okay, that's fine. So. Yeah. Small mistake. Yeah, exactly. He's about to get over that, but that's okay. You know, Mason is new to the league. He's got decent pace and he's a clean driver. That's why we accept him. We literally tried him today, and he is clean. And I had some good battles with him. Like obviously, I did 2 stop, he did 1 stop, but you know, it was a good battle. And he's a clean driver. That's why he's racing today, and he's going to be racing tomorrow. Where I hope to take the check flag. They're putting it there.
Is under 1 second.
I know.
He is now looking right.
This is the time for Bugs to pit. Bugs needs to pit now. He's made 12 laps on those meters. He can do 20 on the hards. He can. But if he doesn't pit, he needs to just let Bugs, he needs to let Mills go. He's pitting. There we go. Did I call it or did I call it? I called it. Good. Max going second. Yes, so. We can go second to third.
Now this pit stop helped to Mills.
It helped him a little bit, yeah. It helped him a bit, but Mills. My question is Mills looking to go the distance on those hards? It's possible. Oh wow, I'm watching Slater absolutely cut track limits on that corner to overtake Little Fletch. But wow, that was insane. That was insane corner cutting. I'm surprised he didn't get a 10-second penalty for corner cutting because that was huge, right?
Yes, that was right, but we are unsure what happened in there, that corner.
Morning check. Mills did not get a penalty for that, but I'm going to check the race director.
But that is just unfortunate from him. I feel so sorry for him.
He got a warning for corner cutting, but he did not get a penalty for it, which is good. You know, it's an overlap. But wow, look at the penalty situation. We got 3 seconds on Slater, 3 seconds on CJ, 13 seconds on Big D. So he also have 10 of them in the pits if he doesn't. If he does pit again. Edin, Mason, and Fletch will serve. I've got 3 second penalties as well. But right now, Mills is leading this race. Max in second, Slater in third, CJ in fourth, Derek in fifth, Big D in sixth, Steve in seventh, JP in eighth. Sorry, race from JP. I'm so happy to see he's got his setup sorted. You know, he's been struggling for days with his setup, and it looks like he's spent some time dealing with that. Now he's got Edin behind him, and he's going to use the DRS to get past him, which he has done. We all know how powerful DRS is here. Bakes was. Oh, Big D's out! Big D's out! It's a full course safety car! It's a full course safety car! Full course safety car. So, lap 14. Here's what I do in my streets. I never advise. I do not advise in the slightest in terms of strategy. So I'm going to ask you to respect that as well. I'm going to look at strategies. I will look at them, but I will never advise now. I know.
Saying before that Milstead is just really looking easy with his driving in this game. Like, so
and he is.
So cool.
He's got so much confidence and pace in this game. Yeah. Confidence is the most, but confidence is a big thing. Confidence is the big part. If you don't have it, like, I mean, I know I keep saying it, but the way Ayrton said it, Ayrton Senna said it, if you don't have the confidence to go for a gap, you're no longer a racing driver. You've got to be confident to go for that gap. So.
Indeed, even when you collide, I mean, you went for it. So, shit happens. It's only just an incident or a small crash, but you have the coincidence to just go for that move, you know.
Absolutely. And here's the thing is that when safety cars come into place, you have to evaluate your race. Like, this is why in league races, Mills may not have another set of hard tyres. You know, if you want 2 sets of hard tyres in a race, you have to go harder on tyre allocation. You have to. And that, on this game, is what I do. That's how everyone races on 99 AI. So for me, it's like, you need to make sure that you are managing the race, and especially in races where, hard tyres will not go the distance, you need to have 2 sets of hard tyres, in my opinion, because they are faster. And when I was pitting for, I was like, Max is pitting onto hards. We've got Mills behind the safety car. We've got who else? Mason and Fletch, who have both been over. Now, this could be a case of, is Mills going to go distance? Can these hards go 24 laps? I guess we'll find out. Now, if they can't, I think Mills will finish third.
After sorting out the back markers, Max will be right after Milster.
Exactly.
But after the ending of the safety car, Milster will be the king of the start procedure.
I think Max now, I think Mills needs to manage his tyres. He now needs to go and I hit it 24 laps on those hards. Now, is it doable? Borderline. I did my first sim of this race where I beat Mills. I did 18. No, sorry. Was it 18? It was either 18 or 19 laps on the hards, and they were red. I crossed the line. I pitted on 85% mediums, and I crossed the line on 70% hards. So he's gonna have to manage his tyres. That is a pure and simple fact. Can he do it? Yes, I believe he's got the ability, but it is gonna be a hard slog to the finish. Now, I'm not quite sure what I'm seeing in Fletch.
After the safety car ending, Milster will need to...
Yeah.
No. Oh my god!
Fletcher's spun, yeah. Which gives another position to Max to close up to Mills.
After sorting out of safety car, Milster has to start his lap as late as he can.
But we're getting another lap on the safety car. We're going another lap. So we need to make sure that Mills, who's going to be 9 laps, solid. I believe Mills should pit right now, go on to mediums, but he hasn't. However, he's going to have to manage his, if he wants to win, because the pit stop here is 28 seconds. I don't see another safety car. I do not. I see one. So if we don't get another safety car, he's going to drop 28 seconds behind, which will be 9th. And then he's got to gain places. Now he's got, if he does drop to 9th, he's got 3 drivers ahead of him with penalties. He does not have any. However, he will have to push, and I don't think he'll get first. So does he manage his tyres and deal with them, and maybe accept second and lose a championship lead? Sorry, not championship lead. Let me just check the Discord for standings, which is what I'm literally doing right now. Wait on a second.
If Milster wants another pit stop, he will need to pit in 3 or 4 laps.
Absolutely. So Mills right now is 1 point behind Max. Now he needs to beat Max to championship lead. Can he do it on this pace? Maybe, but it's going to be hard. Max does not have any penalties yet. When it comes to this sort of information, I do not pass that on to the drivers, so I don't check penalties at this point. But
there is only a 6 lap of difference with Milster and Max's car.
However, that's 18. It's 18%. It is 18%. I did 19 laps on hards. I came in at 70%. It's about a 3 to 4% difference.
And safety car is in this split.
It is. So I'm going to sit on board with Mason to see how he reacts to Mills' getaway now. Actually, Mills is de facto leader. Mason is 10th. So on for debut points in late breakers. Mills is gone. What about Max?
Can we switch to Max?
We are. And Max is 7th behind Mills, closing. Nope, Mills is putting away. Mills used more EOS.
There is, the goal.
Several penalties, yes.
two guys, 2 3-second time penalties.
Yeah.
For real
DK. That's gonna hurt Derek. But who is gonna help is his teammates. Sorry, not his teammate. I thought he was in the Mercedes. It will help JP. Love to see JP do well today. Oh, there's a bit of a fumble there.
He's right on his tail. Oh, there was a slight contact.
There was exactly, that's what I was saying wrong.
And GP got a 3-second time penalty. That's unfortunate.
It is, and Bugs as well.
Oh, wow.
So everyone besides Steve, Mills, and Max. But Max has got that pace. He's going around the outsides. No slipstreaming. He's slipstreaming him. He's slipstreaming him. And now down to turn one. You're going to sit behind him. Oh, Max has run wide there. He's run wide out of turn two. And he's lost like half a second.
He's pushing that much.
But he doesn't need to. He needs to wait for DRS. He's got fresher hard tires that can go distance. Mills maybe can, but he needs to.
He's very hungry.
He's hungry.
He's very hungry.
You're right, but being hungry and providing it are two different things. He needs to ease up. Now that's definitely going to be track limits. What I've just seen there is track limits for me. He needs to ease up, relax, and the win can come to him. He's got 6 lap fresher hards and Mills. Mills may need to pit again. He does need to push. He does not need to push. We'll see. I'm on board with Max now. We come down to DRS activation point. We're 2 laps into full course racing. So can Max? I know.
So the drivers had to rearrange their driving skills.
But they didn't. And now Max is on the outside, inside the middle, and he's got P1. Most half sting.
So powerful.
Yes.
That was a clean overtake.
It was very good. It was a do. Max Verstappen over to 8. Yes. Sorry, I just stopped singing that song. But yeah, no, it was a very solid overtake. Good. It was a solid overtake, and now Max is already a second ahead of Mills. Mills has got. Oh, we got a yellow flag in sector 1. I'm not quite sure what the yellow flag is. It can't be Fletch, can it? I'm not quite sure. It may be Fletch, but it seems like a bit of a DRS. He's been out of DRS for a while now, but yes, exactly. Mills needs to try and manage this race now. He's got to. I think he can take second here. He's got 4 seconds, so he's got 2 seconds to CJ Drama. On fresh to hards, yes, but still 5 at pole hards. Only 6 lap difference, which is about 18%. Mills has got that ability. I think Mills can get second. But he's got to manage it, because if he doesn't, he's going to be a danger. Because, you know, all of the guys behind him, 3 guys behind him that you can see, have got time penalties. He needs to manage that and hold that. That's where defending comes into place, and that's where I'm so good at. Like, take China, for instance, where I came second to you. I was defending like crazy. I had no penalties, they did, but I was defending. And then when it got up to me on fresher mediums and with no penalties, I defended hard. That is half of this game. You've got to be able to defend. If you can't defend, don't bother racing. That's how I see it. If you can't be good at 2 things, I'd rather be good at 2 things and great at one and not the other. You need to be good at both. That's what I see it. So, like, yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the same.
Good. Good, thank you.
Amazingly. But you were driving. I mean, last season we had a lot of battles.
We did, didn't we? We did, didn't we?
It was really
Good. It was me as well. For me too. Like, when I beat you at Miami and I got pole, and then I screwed it up by, sort of my broadcast settings, I was like, no! But I was like, yeah, for me, if I could beat you, and at Miami I knew I had the speed to do so, and I did by half a tenth, I was like, come on! I I took out those swear words I put in there, but yeah, I was so happy because you got your rivals, you got your teammates, you got camaraderie, and like I've got so much respect to good drivers and seeing yourself obviously being one of them, reigning champ on Friday and Saturdays. So I'm just like, beating you is like, come on. I literally got out of my seat, took deep breath so I could calm myself down. Like I was like, when Dorian Pam beats Abby, put it in quality. Like obviously Abby dominated F1 Academy, and Dorian occasionally beat her. And so I guess when Dorian beat her, he was like, take a deep breath and just know what I'm doing. And yeah, when you're being like, you know, I think we all know I love F1 Academy and GB3 and single seater racing. And for me, like seeing Dorian as the championship leader and she's not qualified in pole once says everything to me. Like, she can calm herself down, she can take the race as it is and then still dominate. And that is what you need. Like I in my lifetime would love to see a woman in F1.
Yeah, that would be very great.
And Abby is my favourite driver. I make no secret of that. But if I had to think who's going to be first, if I had to compare Abby to Dorian, it's Dorian. Dorian's 3 years younger than Abby. She's hot. She's the hot in the sense of how she races, not attractiveness because I don't comment on that. But she's hot. She's the pocket rocket, and she won in her first race in the F1 Academy. She won both the sprint and feature. That ain't easy. So, she's got a good pace, and I firmly believe that's why I love racing Academy in my career, because good potential, solid attributes. Dorian has it, and she's with Mercedes. Kimi Antonelli is a good driver. Yeah. He's 4 years younger than Dorian. No, 2 years younger than Dorian. But, I think Toto supporting Susie. If there's a woman available to race in F1, Susie is the managing director of F1 Academy and Toto is the CEO of Mercedes. It's going to be in the Mercedes seat. It will be in the Mercedes seat because, Maya Ferrari, great. But there's no way she's replacing Charles or Lewis. No way. No way. It's about opportunity. So that's why I was so excited for Abby at Alpine because, Alpine have a solid driver in Pierre. They've had two unsolid drivers in Jack Doohan and Franco, but Abby's no longer part of the Alpine Academy, so I find that rationality. So we'll see what happens. But what I'm seeing here right now is Decay has opened up a gap to Steve and Slayer. Slayer getting passed by Steve. So Steve up to 4th with no penalties. And Decay has got... I'm looking at penalty situation now. Decay's got 3 seconds penalty. Steve has none. Slayer has 6. Let's have a look at penalty situation. So Decay on 3. Slayer at 6. Celia Drama 6. JP 3. Eden 6. Boaks 3. Mason 9 and Fletch 6, but he's pitted. Mills has pitted. See where does Mills come out now? He's doing juice stop as well as other drivers. Was he coming? He's coming out at 7th. He's going on to mediums. He's going on mediums? I hope he's going on softs. Mills going on mediums. Okay, interesting choice. I think Say's picked a better tyre. Both coming through. He does, but I think he's got that potential. He's got clear track. No penalties, but 7 laps. We're on lap 25:32. Yeah, 7 laps. He's got 7 laps to do this shit. He's got 7 laps to do this. Now, what I'm going to be monitoring is times. I've got JP in 5th. JP in 5th. Come on, JP. JP right now is on 4th. Because his teammate, 2.3 seconds ahead of him. Sorry, 1.7 seconds ahead of him. Is CJ. But JP is driving the rest of his life right now. He hates Imola. And do I believe he can catch up? No, but for me, I want to look at Steve. Steve in 3rd. That's the Scudelia 1-2, which at Imola seems appropriate. However, what I'm going to say is that Derek. So Steve right now is in P2. But what I'm looking at, yeah, Sheffield Steve, yeah. He will right now, but we still got 6 laps to race left, and Decay is hotter than Steve. He is. But what I'm looking at, and we've got a yellow flag in sector 1, and that's going to be an Alpine or a Red Bull. I'm not quite sure. But I do know that Mills is up to 7th, 9 seconds behind. And I want to check. I want to track times because Eden's got 6 second penalties. So I'm going to see. I think Mills will easily get 5th. I think he will, if I'm honest. But not going long has probably cost him about 10 points. Or 6 points, sorry. So Eden. I'm looking at Eden's time for lap 27 compared to Mills. He's on fresh mediums and he's fast. Max has got to win in my eyes, but Eden 121.3, Mills 118.
Wow, that's
0. So 3 seconds of that. He'll be up with what? He's gonna get Eden in 2 laps. The key is gonna be if I'm putting my heart in my mouth, I think Mills can get 4th. That's my prediction. And I'm gonna watch him till the rest. But what I'm seeing is that a dominant Scuderia Ferrari driver in Max the Rat. Just kidding. It's dominated his race. Less than 3 track warnings. Clean as a whistle.
Yep,
if he does not win this race, I'll be stunned. But I think my key battles are 2nd to 3rd, Steve and Derek. And 4th to 7th, i.e. Mills compared to CJ Drama. Like I'm gonna bring up leader. So right now Mills is 10 seconds behind CJ Drama. CJ Drama's on 120.4. 120.4 compared to 118.3, so 2.1 seconds. So that's over 5 laps. That could be 10 seconds. Now Mills has no penalties, and he is 10 seconds behind CJ Drama. So I believe Mills can get 4th. I believe he can. I don't think he's going to get 3rd because he's got to pass all of them to get up to Steve. But I think 4th is possible. I think he's got that potential. It depends on how hard the drivers ahead of him won the battle. Because obviously Eden on his debut at F125, so glad to see him racing again. I really like Eden. Oh, we got a yellow flag. And that is behind the 2nd Mercedes. Not second. Yeah, no, it is behind it. That would have been Eden, maybe? No, not Eden. It would have been Fletch. It was Fletch. That's fine. Okay, cool. So what I'm seeing is Max is going to win this race. Derek's got that potential to get P2. And the irony being that Max is picking up on a penalty, he's not going to have to worry about it. I don't believe.
Yeah, that's correct.
He can manage his race from here. He's got 16 seconds on the next driver without a penalty. 3 seconds is nada. can just manage it and be like, oh, boom, I wanted to finish the race clean. Him, Mills, and Steve are the only ones who are clean. There's a penalty, so just put me a sec. Well, but with 3 laps and a bit to go, is he going to miss it? I believe he is. Look at the penalty situation. I feel like this is the point that we need second penalties. So Mills. Oh. Right now, Mills is sitting in 4th with a potential for a podium. No, he's got to gain. He's got the potential for a podium if Steve gets the penalty, but he's on the back of JP. JP getting a penalty again. So Mills is past and able to press on to CJ Drama, who's got past Steve. And Steve has gone wide. Steve has gone wide. Steve has gone wide. This could give Milster the opportunity at a podium.
Wow.
Yes, exactly. Milster was what 1 point. He was 6 seconds behind him. Now he's 1.1 on fresh and medium. Now if he gets past Mills, if he gets past Sheffield, Steve, he's on 3rd. He's on 3rd because CJ Drama, 2 seconds ahead, has got 9 seconds of penalties. So.
Yep, he will be.
But no. Here's the thing. Will he be P3 or P2? Because he's only 8 seconds behind Decay. With 2 laps to go. Let's see what Decay's lap is as he crosses the finish line. Is he going to be Scalia 1-2? Or is it going to be Scalia 1-3? That's the question. It could be Scalia 1-3. It could be. So Decay, 121 flat. Mills. Let's see. What are we going to pick up? 189. Wow. And he's got DRS. He's going for it full out. Mills in the podium. 2.1 seconds on a lap. Possible. It is possible. It's possible. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. It definitely will not be easy. But Mills will be on the podium in my eyes. The question is it going to be 2nd or is it going to be 3rd? Will he be 11 points behind Max or will he be 9 points behind Max? If Max finishes, we've still got 1 and a bit laps to go. But I'm going to sit on board now with Max. They're at 09 as he comes across. Well, I'm going to call it centre hairpin because I love centre. For the penultimate time as he comes down towards turn 17 because it's 19 turns in the circuit. And boom. Max 123. Mills. He will get past CJ Drama on track, I believe. I believe he's going to get past CJ Drama. Question is, can he get in those 2.5 seconds he needs to Decay? 1 lap to there. CJ going to hold him up? Does not look okay. Yeah. I want to sit on board. I'm going to compare times. He's got to find 0.6 seconds. So Decay. You start pushing. 26.4. 24.6. Wow. That's 1.8 seconds in sector 1. He's now got to. He's already within 2nd place position.
Wow.
He's 2.9 seconds behind Decay. Where is he going to be at? He's got to push. He wants to push. He doesn't want to lose any additional points. This is going to be... We need to set on board with Max now. Max, the rat, is about to cross the line. Take his win here at Imola. Well done to Max now. Decay. He's got 2.6 seconds on Decay. Can Decay get there?
That was a pretty nice win from Max.
I think the K is crossed, but I think Miller's getting second. Mills has got second by half a second. Mills has got second by 0.473 seconds. Half a second, less than half a second. Wow! To Mills.
Well, the key here was not getting any penalties.
He did, but DK did get a penalty.
Didn't
Mills,
get any penalties.
Mills did get, no, DK did get penalties, and Mills did not get penalties. But, wow! Just wow.
Huge run.
Well done to Mills. We need to interview them. We need to interview them. Let's get them into. I think what was going to be better if we join voice chat. Let's join the regular voice chat. Sound good?
Okay.
Perfect. Hi guys, this is Peter and Smartcar. We're joining you in the voice chat for the Light Breakers Club, the regular voice chat. How are you? And well done. Wow. That was an amazing race. We are on the podium right now with Max Verrat 09 taking the win. Mills after an amazing drive back second. And Derek and KK third. Mills, you literally had me out of the seat of my pants on those last few laps. Well done. That was a bliss. I thought you could get third. How quickly you passed Steve and Edin?
Yeah, I think it was.
No, Steve. I think it was Steve and JP. Steve and JP. Just wow. You smashed it. You absolutely smashed. You smashed it, mate. Well done. I was surprised. I was surprised you didn't try to make him last. But in the end, I think you made the right decision because you're right. Once Max took you on healthier hards, you weren't getting first. You weren't. But you still came second.
Yep, I'll take that.
Yeah, it was very
Well done.
damage limitation here.
Thank you.
You were phenomenal. You were absolutely phenomenal, mate. That was a great recovery drive in the sense of you got fucked by your strategy, my French, but you did get screwed by your strategy. JP.
Yeah.
Well done.
What do you mean? That was a terrible race.
Where did you finish? What's your best finishing position this week before today? Wait, you haven't finished the race this week at Imola. So, what I'm saying is that well done because, you know, I know 24 hours ago you weren't even wanting to do this race, and you did. And you get some solid points for your constructors, along with your teammate, Matt Mills. So, well done to Mercedes. Well done to Scuderia Ferrari, who took 1-3. But well done to Mercedes because, you know, you weren't even wanting to race today because of, you know, your practices. And then you did it, and you just fit a solid fifth, and you got your stuff. I think it was fifth. But either way, you finished and got points to your constructors team. That is what matters, right?
Oh yeah, I got fifth.
So there you go then. So well done. You drove solidly today. And that's not going to pass. You actually did a really good job of managing your strategy and managing your tyres. Like, we didn't see any instance with you, so well done. Me and Smartcar doing comms. Just well done, guys. You've raced well. We had one safety car because of Big D's retirement, which was a shame because he had some solid pace. But I think we've all learned something going into tomorrow in terms of strategies. So, we'll see how that bears out tomorrow. But, guys, seriously, well done. Good racing. 0 incidents. I did not see a single incident. So, well done. I've really enjoyed being back on comms today because, you know, I've had a good friend in the comms box with me. Now, Smarticus voice being a bit distilled because of it being Discord voice chat rather than PS5 voice chat. But I'm going to figure that out for next week. But guys, well done. Max.
You gonna ask me anything?
Yes, I am about to ask something. How did the race go for you? What were your feelings? How did you process that race?
So basically, obviously, my tyres were dying. Like
When were they dying?
Around like lap 6. Because obviously, I made the choice to pit like lap 8, which is very early.
Mm-hmm.
A bit too early, actually.
No.
And then obviously, I wanted the undercut.
Yeah.
Which I did get, but then I messed up my braking point.
Where did you mess up your breaking point?
You know,
We've had so let me interrupt you here. We've had another voice join another voice chat, and that is Decay, who was a fellow podium holder for Scuderia. Hello, Derek.
Right, mate. You know, this whole time that's not how you say my name.
Derek.
I've never actually. No, Derek's fine, but my last name's Quay.
Quay. Decay.
Yeah, DK.
Quay.
As in like 2 DK. That's what everyone's been calling me, but that's not actually my name.
Well, I'm happy to call you Derek.
That's fine, mate. No offense taken.
Excellent. So, Derek. Derek Quay. Derek Quay. Derek Quay. Just the K rings so much easier off the tongue. I'm a Geordie, so that's a big thing for me. But thank you for correcting me on live stream. Just kidding. But no.
By the way, sorry about that earlier. We had a bit of a side-to-side before the first safety car.
That's Dequay.
Yeah, I remember being by you, but I didn't say anything wrong.
It was good. It was good racing.
I did think I've lost you. I thought I've lost you a bit, but it was all good. There was a lot more chaos I saw in that race. You was alongside me at the start, weren't you? Yeah. Did you see that three in front? Yeah. I can't on the brake. Yeah, I literally.
So guys, can I interrupt? Can I interrupt? Because we are still broadcasting. Anything like this can be talked about internally or maybe not on stream. I just want to address both of you because you know, Imola, Scuderia, track, Ferrari 1-3. Well done, Scuderia. I was literally that last lap. Decay. Derek. I was watching the gap between you and Mills. We were watching it actively, me and Smartico, who were in Con's box. And it was so enjoyable watching it.
Yeah.
Obviously, gutted that you didn't get second, but your first podium of the season. How does it feel?
Good, because the last race was probably my worst race. I thought, to be honest, I hate Imola. Like I did no practice this week as well, so I thought it was going to be pretty terrible. But anything in the top 10, I would have been happy with. So yeah, podium was massive.
And Max, 40 points for Scuderia. Still think you got that ability to go for the constructors with your teammate Derek?
I believe so.
Yeah. What is our next track?
Singapore. Sprint, right?
Derek.
Oh, is it reverse grid? Yeah.
So sprint, reverse, and then onwards. You are sure. Well, you won't be 20 if 20 people don't check in, but if they do, you will be. However, Max, your pace at Singapore. What do you feel of it?
Alright, I'm going to jump back.
Nope.
Ready.
I've got one question for you, JP, before you leave. Mercedes.
Yeah.
Can you mount a title challenge?
If I had Smartico with me, I think yes. Well,
Is Smartico your teammate?
yeah.
So he's in back in 2 weeks.
Yeah. I think we can give it a go, but it's going to be hard.
I believe you have that potential. So thank you for joining in this comms box interview. And you have a great night. Send my love to Emmy. And I hope you guys have a good evening. Take it easy, buddy. So my last question, Mills, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm still there.
So Mills, Claren, what do you need in the teammate to go for the constructors? We're round 3. What do you need in the constructor teammate? Have you got a team? Have you got a teammate yet?
Yeah, I've got Slipstream, so I've got
Ooh, you have. I think you slip against JPM. Sorry, you slip against Max and Derek.
Yeah,
That's gonna be all. I think it'll be tight. Yeah, I think it's gonna be good.
as long as we can both turn up each week and get some points, I think we.
I think it'll be good.
Yeah, I think we're in for a shot.
Singapore, rate it 1 to 10 on your favorite tracks.
About 6.
Max,
Yeah.
same question.
Mm-hmm.
Rate Singapore 1 to 10 favorite tracks.
10.
So it's your favorite track,
Yeah.
Derek.
I would say the first 4 tracks are probably like Baku, Kota, Imola, Singapore, probably 4 my worst tracks.
I'm literally so Singapore. You think is one of your worst tracks, yeah?
Yeah, I hate it.
Okay. I hated Singapore until they got rid of like what I called the stadium section, section 3. And it was flat out. I hate language, oh man. But yes, I agree. I did not like section 3 in the previous versions, but I know 4 DRS straights, 3 activation points. Singapore is going to be a hot battle, especially in a sprint race. People are going to be going for it. And here's the thing, if you've not done well in previous races, that's your opportunity. Like, with me and JP last season at Baku, we'd got a bit underdone in terms of performance. JP finishing first at Baku in the sprint and me finishing second, and then I went on to destroy the feature. But that's your chance to make up points because if you're a solid driver racing a decent AI, got good pace. Like I don't think I've actually seen an instant report put on you, Derek. I don't think I've seen one because you're pretty solid.
Seen what, mate?
I don't think I've seen an instant report put on you in someone reporting you for an incident.
There was actually last week.
Was there? Well, I didn't see that because, I was busy with work. Yeah, I was seeing putting it on Slipstream. So, what I'm saying is that I don't think I've seen the report put out on you in my time in this league as an admin. So, well, I think we all try to be clean, but one thing I found, especially when I was gaining pace and battling for wins, was that I was getting called for it, and that's where my road class improved. So yeah.
We have 83 points now in constructors.
So there you go.
We should be.
You will be top. You are top. You are top, and you are top. So good luck, guys. Guys, I'm gonna log off now because I need to take a call from my boss. But thank you for joining me, and we'll talk soon. Have a great night, and yeah.